Hello, my name is Manix. I'm a copywriter, and I'm going to show you guys how I write content scripts. Maybe you guys could learn something from this, or maybe take something away from this. For some context, this is a content script for someone who's doing YouTube automation. They're a client who has worked with me before. They asked me to create them a video about the new 2025 BMW M5. And so I'm just going to be doing that. But for some quick background, I myself love BMW. I studied BMW, as weird as that sounds. I studied their history. So to me, this is more fun than it is work. And I think that's the beauty with copywriting, or with any business model. If you choose the right clients, your chances are you're not going to burn out because you're doing things you enjoy doing, right? Yeah, that's just some background. I'll show you guys how I do it, the process that goes through my mind. I'll even leave the link to the copy down below. Yeah, hello?
Like over there?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Wait, can you over there in a bit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I'm going to show you guys what kind of goes on in my head when I'm writing content scripts for things I like and for products in general, right? Yeah, also, I'm going to leave the script down below so you guys can check it out for yourselves. Don't worry, I've asked my client if I can make a video on this without showing the, obviously without showing their YouTube channel or who they are, right? For their privacy. What else? Yeah, don't mind my hair. It's not really groomed at the moment. I know it makes me look untrustworthy. I've been trying to grow it out because I have psoriasis in my head. Yes, I was born with an autoimmune disease. Funny story, actually. So I got into copywriting. So yeah, that's the story. Okay, let's do this.
Alright, so first I would go into ChatGPT. Tell me all about the new 2025 BMW M5 hybrid. From top to bottom, give me all the specs. Okay. Now you would need to do some form of research. I think one way to do this is going through either YouTube, or a quicker way is ChatGPT. I usually use ChatGPT to do my research, but like I said in the beginning of the video, for this specific script, I just like BMWs, so this is going to be a little bit easier for me. Like right here where it says 717 horses, I actually know for a fact that the new BMW M5 hybrid is 718. So you see, like, doing your research is important. I'm just lucky that I'm working with someone creating a video for BMW. So when you're working on stuff that you actually enjoy, it doesn't feel like work at all. Okay, but basically we have all the information. We have the engine, we have the horsepower, torque, how much horses the electric motor contributes actually. We have if it's all wheel. We have basically all the information we need to know here for this video, right? Alright, so now here we are in Google Docs. So we were told to make this video between 5 to 8 minutes. So that's like 5 parts of this, or like 6-7 parts of a script, right? Okay, so here we go. So intro. Alright, folks. Okay, I've just wrote the first sentence, or like the first 2 sentences of the intro. One important thing I completely forgot to mention is, before you write your script for your client, make sure to review their own videos just to see how they talk, how their content is, what the vibe is. So when you're writing the script, you can write it from their words, from how they're gonna say it, right? That's just one important thing I completely forgot to mention. Okay. Sorry. Also, when I'm like writing a script, I'm just kind of focused, so I might not be reading it. But let's go. All right. Here's the intro. All right, folks. Here it is. The new 2025 BMW M5 Hybrid. A legendary name, an electrifying future, and well, a lot to talk about. Actually, here, let's not make this a sentence. A lot to talk about. Is it the evolution we've been waiting for, or does the hybrid tag water down its street cred? Let's dive in. Okay. Intros always have to be exciting. It always needs to create excitement. But by also, as you can see here, it adds a question, curiosity, right? Here, curiosity to keep them engaged in the video. So actually, one thing you could do here, and for ChatGPT, right? As you can see here, I asked it to write me all the specs from top to bottom, but also what most of you guys could do. I've already been following this car, so that's why I'm not doing it. But one thing I would usually do is tell me all the negative and positive things the internet is saying about it. Okay, yeah, and then here it's gonna list down everything the internet's saying about it that's positive and negative. Now the question here, is it the evolution we've been waiting for, or does the hybrid tag water down its street cred? That's something I found out that a lot of people didn't like. I genuinely don't care. People don't like it because it's hybrid, right? It's electric, and also because it's a V8 engine rather than a V10. But I know these things already, and even if you don't know these things, that's what ChatGPT is for. Right here, so negative aspects. The weight, yeah, the weight. People hate the weight. The electric range. Yeah, it doesn't say everything here, but you get the point. You can start adding curiosity with everything negative that's being said about it. Okay, so that's the intro. Scene 1. We're also going to bold these titles here. Okay, so for scene 1, I want to add a history, right? Just to educate the viewers a little bit who don't really know about this car, right? Tell me the history of the BMW M5 from the oldest one to the newest one. Okay, like I said, I've been following this, so I already know most of the history when it comes to the M5 or BMW in general. But in case you don't, here, you get a history of everything. Yeah, here, look. You get a history of the whole M5 series, right? I already kind of knew that already. Not to be like that guy, but I knew that already. All right. So, and the reason I'm adding a history part here is before we get into the juicy parts of the video, the parts that people actually want. This is kind of their form of education to keep them even more engaged, to give them more of a wow factor when we do get into the main part of the video. Okay, I finished writing a little bit of it, of the history, right? Also, another thing, they told me that the AI voice that was going to be reading this was going to be a British woman, right? And most of their videos, they use different voices to keep, so like one voice doesn't get worn out, apparently. I don't know how that works. Okay, but they said a British woman is going to be reading this, right? So I just have to think to myself, what would a British woman say about an M5, right? So here, but basically, a wolf in sheep's clothing, right? That sounds something like they would say. Yeah, okay, that sounds like something they would say. Okay, scene 1. Here is my history section, right? Okay, first, a little context. The M5 has always been the benchmark for super sedans back in 1985. Wait, right? 1985? Sorry, let me make sure. Okay, yep, you see. Sorry, I don't know everything apparently. 1984. Back in 1984, the E28 M5 kicked things off. It was basically a wolf in sheep's clothing, a four-door race car. Wait, what? Yeah, a four-door race car hot, thanks to the M1's inline 6 engine. Fast forward to the E39, arguably the GOAT. Okay, I don't think a British person or an old British lady would say the GOAT, but I think that's what makes it funny. By adding stuff young people would say, right? Like right here, I say something else right here. Right here, I'll get to it. Naturally aspirated V8, it's a chef's kiss. Then came the E60 with its Formula One inspired V10. Sure, it broke down a lot, but it sounded extremely devious. You see how you don't think an old British lady would be saying this, which kind of makes it funny, right? Okay, scene 2. Okay, because this is a car review, or more like I'm showcasing the car, right? The middle body part of this script is basically just me glazing the shit out of the car. Okay, so I'm gonna write, I think two or three scenes where I'm just glazing the car, and then at the end I'll show you guys. That's when I start asking the questions that the internet's upset about. Okay, so here, let me finish writing it, and then I'll even read it to you guys. Okay, I just wrote two scenes. So scene 2 and scene 3, I wrote it showing the highlights of the car. So scene 2 is about the outside, and then scene 3 is about the under the hood, what's under the hood, right? Now the thing is, this client told me that AI is going to be reading this, right? Right here where it says pound-feet of torque, usually this would be spelled out as like this, right? It would be spelled out like that, but AI won't be able to read that. At least I don't think so. So when writing for an AI to read, you would need to spell the whole word out, how it's gonna be said, just so AI has an easier time reading it. This doesn't have to go with this. This can also go with this. You see, like, I'm still debating because I don't know if this is gonna be read as LED or LED, you know. But I'll just let them know, telling them, hey, if you're gonna make AI read this, you might just want to either change this to LED like that. But I don't think AI is that stupid, right? So maybe this is fine. But for the pound feet of torque, yeah, you need to like really spell it out. You can't just put LB-FT, you know. Okay, but I'm gonna finish writing the whole script, just because this might take me 30 minutes, simply because I may study BMW, but I don't have everything like in my mind. I still need to go, like right here, I still need to go back to ChatGPT, maybe look at some of the positive aspects, or look at some more of the design features and stuff like that. So I'm still gonna have to refer to this a lot, or maybe even go to the web to refer to some information there. But once I get the glazing part down, then I'll show you guys again. Okay, so I just ended up writing the whole thing, just so I can show you guys. By the way, I did tell this client that, or I did ask him if I can make a video about this, what do you call it, script. He said yes, so I'm going to be sharing this script in the description below. And I'm going to tweak it a little bit, for him. But this is just kind of a rough draft. But honestly, I can easily send this already. If I wanted this to be my final draft, this would easily be a final draft. But yeah, because I am going to show you guys this, I am going to tweak it a little bit just so, if you do see a video about an M5 with this script, you wouldn't think it's me. just to keep the privacy of the client. But okay, so here we have glaze scene 2. We're talking about the outside of the car. For videos like this where it's a product review, it's very straightforward. Just glaze the fuck out of the product. Here I talk about the front, the outside of the car, right? And then I talk about what's under the hood in scene 3. I even throw in like a joke right here. It's like having Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde in one car. I added that joke because I thought a British person would say that. So, okay. And then now I'm talking about the inside, the curved display and the iDrive system. And the seats, I didn't even know about this. I just Googled this actually. The seats, right? I didn't even know they could do that. Okay, but whatever. And then now here, scene 5. This is where, after glazing the car, now I'm talking about what the internet is saying about this, what you guys are saying about the car, right? Here I'm talking about it here as well. I'm talking about the weight here. I don't know how I feel about this word screamers here, right? Sure, the V8 still roars, but some say it's a little muted compared to the screamers of the past. I don't know, it just seemed British. I'm sorry, I hope I don't offend anyone, by the way, who's British or who's from the UK. I'm sorry. Scene 7. Scene 7 is the outro, the conclusion, or not the conclusion, but the thing everyone wants to hear, which is the price. If it's worth it, right? Is it still worth it? If you want a sedan that can rip apart a racetrack, cruise in electric silence, and haul your family in style, this is it, right? And then some more glazing right here, right? Hybrid isn't just an evolution, it's a revolution. Damn! Kind of clean. All right. And then an outro right here, right? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Smash that like button. And if you're new here, subscribe for more in-depth reviews like this. Until next time. Okay. My camera just cut. I think it's dead. Okay. Yeah. My camera's dead. Okay. Yep. But this is it. Also, what was I gonna say again? Oh yeah. Also, this is where you could also use ChatGPT. Don't be afraid to use ChatGPT on this part, because let's say, for instance, right? Let's say right here, this right here. I'm gonna copy this, right? If I don't think this is British enough, or however my client wants to sound like, right? Maybe he's Australian or like Irish. I'm just gonna do this, and then I'm gonna put, can you make this paragraph? Oh my, sorry, I don't know how to spell. Can you make this paragraph? Or, sorry, can you reword this paragraph as if as if a 45-year-old British lady is saying this. I'm sorry, I'm sorry, guys. Did I spell that wrong? Or maybe capital? Okay. Okay, boom. Okay, well, darling, the internet's quite abuzz. Okay, alright. I don't know about the darling part, but you get my point here, right? If your client wants you to sound Irish or sound British or sound, I don't know, Australian, right? For their scenes. You can write something out just like how I did here. I wrote this out. Oh wait, no, where is it? It's this one right here. I wrote this out and I take it to ChatGPT and I just ask it to make it sound that way, right? But here you go. Yeah, that's it. This is the whole script. You guys could even, I'll link this. I'll link this down in the description. You guys could read it.
Okay. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. I hope you guys take something away from it, or maybe learn something from it. If you guys have any questions, leave them down below. And I wanted to ask you guys to leave comments down below on what you guys want me to go over. Maybe emails, content scripts for a specific niche. I try to get to as many comments as I can, and I try to answer you guys as much as I can, right? Also, if you're a business owner who's looking for a copywriter yourselves, because you guys don't want to write your emails or contents, etc., there's a link in my bio, or there's a link in my description and in the description, in the description of the video and my channel, to a site you guys could go to. It's great. Trust me. Okay. Yeah, that's it for today's video. I will see you guys. I'm always praying for you guys, and I hope you guys are praying for me.